A Gam Minute podcast. Our topic tonight is the Quantez Russell Story. He has been missing since November the 11th, 2015, from Suffolk, Virginia. As of today, no one has been charged in the case, but foul play has been suspected. As always, share our Facebook Live. Comment, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at A Gam Minute.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week of A Gam Minute. Tonight we have the pleasure of interviewing Miss John. She's such a sweetheart, and I should say a strong sweetheart. She's willing to share her story on her son that has been missing for about 5 years. Join us, share the laugh tonight, ask questions. Miss John is willing to talk to us. Hello, Miss John.
Hey.
And welcome to A Gam Minute.
Thank you. I really appreciate this.
Thank you. We'll start off by also showing this. This is a picture of her son. It's a post of a picture of Quantez. Y'all probably already seen it on Facebook. Get a good look. And it's been about 5 years.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So, tell us a little bit about the story, about yourself. Let's start talking about yourself. I know you were, back in the day, used to be the forensic lady. Whenever you saw that truck come up, oh, the forensic lady out here, something's going on. So, are you still in forensics? No. I was the CSI. I was in CSI, yes, the first CSI ever in the city of Suffolk. I started in 1996. I started in 1996 with Suffolk Police Department. Prior to that, I was a CSI in Newport News with their police department. And before that, I got into forensics because I worked for the FBI in Washington, D.C. at the jail, the Hoover building, and that's why I became a fingerprint examiner. And so I just kind of got interested in forensics because of that. And so when I came back home, which is Suffolk, and I applied for the position, I got hired in 96. And then in 2012, I left, and now I'm at the Commonwealth Attorney's Office. Okay, so with the situation with your son, this happened back in November. Now, were you a part of that investigation? Did it come to you for any assistance, any of your input? No. Since it was in 2015, I had left the police department 3 years prior to that. But, so what happened that evening on November 11, 2015, I got a phone call at 9:04 p.m. stating that something was wrong with my son. And I asked, how did that person know? And they said, I have his girlfriend right here. His girlfriend took the phone and told me, his girlfriend at that time took the phone and told me that he was shot and unresponsive in the city of Newport News. And then I asked where Newport News, and at first she said downtown, then she said up in the Denby area, and I knew a little bit about Newport News because I worked over there before. And I said, if it's downtown 25th Street area, and she said yeah, and that's where I'm going now. So my husband, my daughter, and I went over there. I called Suffolk Police, they called Newport News. Newport News Police met us over there in that area, and then we looked all over until maybe 2 a.m. the next morning. And he wasn't found. There were no shots fired calls made to the police departments in Newport News or Hampton. There were no person that was taken to any of the hospitals that had been shot. And so it was just so confusing. I kept calling his cell phone. He wasn't picking up, but another dude was picking up. And he told me he was Scissors. And I said, who is Scissors? Well, that was the same nickname that the girlfriend told me, called her and told her that Quantez was unresponsive. And he kept saying, I'm his bro. I said, no, you're not his brother. Right. I just need to know where my baby is. Right. He hung up the phone on me. My daughter called, and he hung up the phone on her. And then police wanted me to try to get more information about what Quantez was. And when my husband called back, the phone was completely dead. I guess he had cut the phone off. For some reason, he had Quantez's phone. And then the next morning, about 8:30, I actually called Suffolk Police, made a police report, and said because of those exigent circumstances, I felt that Quantez's life was in danger or that he could be harmed. And they sent a detective over, a couple of detectives and a sergeant. They took the report. At the same time, the girlfriend at that time called Quantez's other sister and said, I'm going to get the car that Quantez was driving. And they went over and got the car, and there was nothing left in the car except a pair of his shoes. His phone. When they went and got the car, his phone and the keys to the car was given to them by Scissors.
So this guy Scissors, who said he's the bro, which must be like one of his homeboys.
Yes.
So he had all this information. So did the police ever question him?
Yes, police questioned him, but he said he never talked with the girlfriend. And he said that he got a phone call that said Quantez's car was downtown, just sitting in the roadway, and he just went and picked it up.
Okay, so someone just randomly knew that Quantez's car, this was Quantez's car, sitting in the middle of a street. They called Scissors. Scissors called at the time the girlfriend.
Yes.
The girlfriend calls you.
The girlfriend didn't, her stepmom did.
Her stepmom called.
Yes.
The girlfriend called her stepmom.
But she was with her stepmom at the time of this shooting, if there was a shooting. And then what's so ironic is that Quantez's birthday is July 5th. And July 5th in 2016, I was still in a funk. You know, I was still like trying to grasp it all. And this is my first birthday without him being here physically with me. And it was a big article in the Suffolk News Herald, in the newspaper, and I got a phone call at work by a girl who tells me that Quantez was shot and killed in Newport News. And she hung up, and that's all I knew.
And that was a year later.
That was like 7 months later.
Okay.
Yeah, like about 7 months later. So I really feel that that's where it could have happened, but nobody's talking. My daughter, along with about, I guess, 50 or 60 people that Saturday that he went missing on a Wednesday. That Saturday they went to Newport News, a whole bunch of them. Family and friends went to Newport News and walked and handed out flyers to say that, you know, he's missing. Has anyone seen him? Do you know him? Do you know where he hang out? I didn't go.
Right.
But they came back with nothing really.
So no one heard anything. So basically you're getting all of these anonymous calls and all these nicknames, but you're not getting anything solid that you can really believe or that you can really run with.
Right.
So it's like they're leading you to like a fork in the road, but they're not telling you which way to go.
Right.
So they're stopping you right in the middle of the fork.
Exactly. And they're not sharing what information that you hear in the street. Nobody's sharing it with police. Police need to know.
Right.
Because they can't get it from me. They need it from the source. They can't get it from he say, she say,
Right.
I say, Jones said. They need it from the person that told me. And some people that tell me things, they don't want to talk to police at all.
Right.
But people don't understand that it's really hard because I cannot even have a memorial.
Do you think
For
he's
him.
still, you think he's still living, Miss Jones?
No, I think he's dead.
You think he's
Yeah, I really feel that he's dead because by now, my home number has always been the same. He always called both of his sisters every day. He hasn't done that at all. Even if without his phone, he would have remembered the house number and he has not called.
So is it possible though that he could be somewhere, like say they hit him on Saturday, he lost his mind, he could be somewhere where he's not really alert or he's not aware of his surroundings, somewhere like wandering. You know how sometimes you go out of state, you
Right.
see people that's not really from that state, they
Right.
got dropped off or they wander.
Right. And if that is so, if he was ever placed into a hospital or even jail, his fingerprints and his information is in the national database. And so if anything pops up, something will show that this person, you know, they will fingerprint him and his fingerprints will pop up because now it's on a national database.
Okay.
So I just feel deep in my heart that he's no longer with us. That's just my mama feeling
Right,
that he's not. Yeah, and I gotta wait 7 years before I can do anything in the state of Virginia. There's a very old law from 300 years ago that says you cannot declare anyone dead without a death certificate unless you have solid proof. I don't have any blood. I don't have anything to show he was actually shot. He's just been missing for close to 5 years. That's all I have.
So nothing in the car. There was no type of blood, no struggle as far as in the car, like stuff was shipped around.
No, my understanding is that Quantez is supposed to have gone out to do a robbery of some kind at someone's home, and I guess there could have been an altercation there. I don't know where the home is. I don't know anything. You know, all I know is that it all happened possibly in Newport News. Yeah.
Ms. Jones, you mind sharing what type of child Quantez was?
Challenging girl. Woo! Challenging.
Because I'm sure somebody probably goes through some kind of thing.
Yes. All right. So Quantez is a good kid. He wore his heart on his sleeve. But he was the type of kid that if he felt like, if he know you're my friend, and he saw you in a band, like at the grocery store or at a gas station, and some dude was trying to holler at you, and you were trying to get away, and you really didn't, he gonna beat him up. He don't even know you. He just know that you my friend. He was very protective. But growing up, he would skip school.
Okay.
He would, oh my God. One time Quantez, all right, before all of this happened, Quantez talked to me like a month before all this happened and told me that he said, "Ma, I just gotta release some things." And I said, okay. I was kind of shocked. I said, okay. And he said, "I want to let you know that I know you tried to do all that you could to get me right, but I'm just in that mindset that I'm just gaming."
Wow.
He was a part of the Bloods. And he said, I was asked when I was in the 7th grade to be a part of the Bloods at John F. Kennedy. I said no. 8th grade, they used to mush me up against the wall, push my face up against the wall. He said, in 9th grade is when I joined, when I got to Lakeland.
Wow.
And he said he just felt like he was being bullied. And he said he think that's how he became a bully.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's some real stuff going on right here in the city of Suffolk.
Yeah.
Right here in Suffolk.
Yeah. And so Quantez, one time it sounds funny, and this is what I share with the kids when I go and talk, but I tell the kids and the parents and grandparents, you know, one time Quantez was arrested when I was at the police department. He was in the 10th grade. He had a backpack filled up with white cubes of something in plastic bags. And so when the officer that was working, the school resource officer, somebody told him that Quantez was in there selling crack cocaine. And they went in the bathroom and asked Quantez what he had in his book bag. It's funny now, more funny then. But Quantez had started cutting up all about average soap at home. And we were wondering what his soap was. He was cutting them up in cubes. Put them in different size plastic bags that we had at home. And he was selling them. And the dummies at school was buying it.
Oh my Lord.
The kids were buying soap. I said, Quantez, you could have gotten killed. I mean, you really could have gotten killed. They got home and they found his soap. You could have gotten killed. But he ended up spending time in TDH. Because of that. Yeah, because of his imitation. Crack cocaine. Yes, there is a law that talks
question for you, Miss Jones.
Yes.
Working as a crime scene investigator, did that prepare you any for this situation at all? I know nothing probably could have prepared you because it's your child, but I'm just curious.
Yes. I have worked so many cases, different kinds of cases, human remain cases that I know that's gonna happen with Quantez. And that's what I tell the kids too. You know, Quantez was a nice 6'2", I thought fine looking young man. And he's gonna come back to me and I probably can put him in a 16-ounce Pepsi bottle.
Okay.
Because I know that he's gonna have to be cremated.
Right.
But they may not find all his remains. Because from what I heard, they threw him in the water. If they threw him in the water over in the James River, I know what species is in that water. I know what can happen to a body that has been in the water for a really long time. So I know what the end may look like. But it and I think that way, and people think I'm weird, but I think that way because that's what I've always known is CSI. And so it is hard, but I'm just trying to be as strong as I can.
Okay. And that's something strong you have to really prepare yourself for.
Yes.
So we have one other question. Did you ever get to meet the Scissors Man?
I never met Scissors. I only saw a picture of him in the newspaper. I think the police department had a picture of him because they were looking for him, and so they put it out in the media looking for him. But that's all I know of him because, again, he's not from here. He's from Newport News.
Okay, and so with the Scissors Man, do you know whether or not they ever talked to him? Do you even know if he even still around? Have anyone remained in contact with you from the police department to tell you anything new?
I know that they spoke with him early on. I don't know if they've spoken with him in the past 3 years, 4 years maybe. But I know in the very beginning they did speak with him. And I guess he's still in Newport News. I'm not sure. No updates about him at all. No.
So
Okay.
with you having the knowledge that your son was in a gang,
Yes.
do you feel this is part of his disappearance?
Yes. Definitely.
Okay. Have any threats been made to you and your family because of this?
No. But we were told by Newport News Police to try to stay positive as best we can, not put anything out there in social media land about a bunch of gang stuff. And so we haven't. I just tried to go around and talk to parents and kids about not being in a gang because
The consequences.
yes, those consequences will have you on a missing paper like that or on a billboard. My son was on a billboard. I never imagined my son being on a billboard and my daughter having to see that going to work one morning.
Oh, wow.
Because it's one of those flashing billboards.
Oh, okay.
And it tore her up. I mean, that's tough. You know, yeah, you might want your face or your name in lights because you think you the man, but not in lights like that.
Right.
That's just not a good way to want to put yourself out there. I think you want to be more on a positive light instead of a light like that.
And this is coming from your daughter. This podcast is necessary. This story and the awareness is necessary. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only option. Is that how you feel?
That is so true, so true. And so with those, with me knowing I couldn't just wallow in my sadness or in my own grief because no one knows how long you will grieve.
Right.
There is no stop to your grief. But I can tell you that there's a different grief from losing my mom and my dad and losing my son.
Miss Jo, I see strength when I look at you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I see strength.
My son is my firstborn, and people just don't know what it is to lose a child. A child is just so different to me than losing my not knowing what pain my baby went through. If his life was taken the way that I've been told that his life could have been taken. And so that's why we have done so many positive things in the community. One of the first things we did, and it's so crazy that's how I met Travail. Travail called me and said, and I didn't even know Travail. Travail called me and said, I want to help you with your forum. What can I do for your public forum that we had at East Suffolk Community Center in the gym? And I said, can you take pictures? And she said, yeah. And she said, I'll take them. And I said, okay. And so she took pictures for us, and it was tons of pictures. We had over 250 people to show up for that forum. And I was thinking, wow, I can continue to do something positive in his name.
That's right.
That's going to help somebody not become Quantez.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so I just feel that by doing that, we started a scholarship in his name. And but this is our third year. And so far we've given out, including this year, is 8 or 9, 10 recipients, a total of $5,000. And so we want to give more, but right now we're giving $500 per student, and it goes directly to the school. The cashier's check is made out to the school, and they have to write a 300-word essay on how to stop or eradicate youth and gang violence in the city of Suffolk. And some of those kids have wrote really good essays. I mean, some of them have even wrote poems or letters directly to me, just to say thank you.
But that's great, because I didn't even know that was going to be my question.
Yes.
But how can we donate to your scholarship?
You can donate by either writing the check out or give your monies directly to Metropolitan Credit Union. And it's the Quantez Russell Scholarship Fund. The Quantez Russell Scholarship Fund. And you can make your check payable to Quantez Russell Scholarship Fund, or you can take your monies directly to Metropolitan Credit Union on Tanner Street.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's my understanding that you spoke with the Capitol and you had a letter being adopted to the missing persons bill. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. I thank Delegate Jenkins. Clinton Jenkins. He heard my story. He heard my cry, I think. I really think he felt it. And he knew Quantez because Quantez was in his Boy Scout troop. And so he took my story to the Capitol in Richmond. And he asked me and my daughter to come and share our story with the other delegates. And they received it so well that they're going to have a special meeting in October to talk more about it, to try to change that, that bill. Yes, so we're trying to change that bill, kind of like what they did with Ashante Billy. So we're trying to change that bill, not necessarily to replace in Quantez's name, but to change the bill from 7 years to 2 or 3 years where we can declare him deceased, or anyone can declare their loved one deceased.
So do you feel as though Newport News Police did all they can do as far as trying to find out what really happened, or maybe give you some type of, even if they can't give you his body, but at least give you some type of information that can kind of help you?
Newport News and Suffolk did work really well together, I can't say that. Newport News actually did what they call a training, but they actually went in the water because there were rumors that he was thrown in the river. So with that rumor, they decided to do a training for maybe a week and a half, and just went out in the water with their dive team looking for him. And they never found him. And so I can't say that they have worked really well with Suffolk Police, but again, until someone tell them something, they can't go any further.
So how does it really work, based on your experience in forensic science? Your experience, how does it work when you have a okay, you have a car, but there's no signs of a struggle or anything happening in that car. What about fingerprints? Were there any other fingerprints other than his on that car?
There were nothing, not even his fingerprints.
So his car was there, but there was no fingerprints, so they cleaned the car off.
That's what we can assume.
There was no blood in there, so he wasn't shot in the car. He wasn't shot and placed in the car. There was no blood around the car. So there's basically like no evidence. So it's like you have a car, you have a phone call that was made to a girlfriend, then another call that was made from the girlfriend's stepmom to you.
Correct.
Then another phone call placed to you at work from another young lady.
Right.
You're not sure who this lady is. So you have all these phone calls of these people telling you this is what happened, but there's no 911 calls of shots fired in the surrounding area of his car. So like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what happened now? Like, it's like, what's the next step other than just wait? There's basically no other step.
There's nothing that police can do until somebody actually comes in and talks to them. Because right now, I mean, we were just, I've been told that he was shot a couple of times in the back of his head and then possibly chained and then thrown in the river. So if they did this, I'm thinking his car may not have been involved at all. But I just don't know where this occurred. All I keep hearing is Newport News.
So it started out that he went to go do this robbery to someone's house.
And
so therefore he was with his friends.
I don't know if he went by himself or if somebody was with him. Now that part I do not know.
Right.
Yeah, that part I do not know.
But is it safe to assume that in order for someone to know that he was shot, someone had to be with him, because the dead or the shot person or the missing person can't tell, hey, I've been shot, now I'm missing.
You are true with that assumption, yes.
So therefore, we're assuming that someone was with him. That's how they was able to get the information out to everyone else. Now, are the police assume that maybe it has something to do with the gang or the friends that he hung around had something to do with it? Are they assuming that?
Possibly the gang, yes. And I think maybe the gang as well.
No. Yeah, because it's like no, I'm sorry, no evidence, blood, anything that leaves me with a little hope that he may be alive.
Right.
You don't feel. How you think your grandson doing?
I think he's doing okay. He talks about him all the time.
Okay.
But because he remembers all the good things and the good times. Now he used to keep up with dates on a calendar. He would call me and say, "Grandma, do you know how many days it is today? Or do you know what today is?" And I say Tuesday. And he'll say, "But do you know how many days been since my dad's been missing?" Since November the 11th. And he would say 1,285 days. Yeah.
Oh.
Now that would tear me up, but he doesn't do that now. He just tells me it's been a lot of days.
How old is he?
He'll be 13 tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he'll be 13
Do
tomorrow.
you see your son in him?
Maybe when he gets upset,
Okay.
I do. But he looks like him, but I don't think he acts like him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, only when he gets upset.
Right.
He might have a little Quantez in it.
Right.
Okay, now we're speaking of children. Do you were speaking earlier saying about when you talk to kids, do you go talk to youth? Do you do things at schools?
Yes, I go to the schools. I've attended a lot of schools with Suffolk Public Schools, and in other cities. And there are some schools, even within our city, who just feel that if I tell a little bit, I may not tell the entire story, but if I tell just a little bit about Quantez's story, it might taint the kids. And what I'm trying to explain to the leadership to those particular schools is that I'm not trying to taint the kids or get them involved. I'm trying to keep them away so they won't be like my son on a flyer. That's what I want to do. So I know that we may not be able to do any presentations this year because of the pandemic. But if there's any other place, if they would like me, anyone would like me to talk to kids, I'm more than happy to do that because I don't want anyone to go through what me and my family are going through right now.
What's some of the points that you hit on when you talk to the youth?
About not being in a gang, about being a leader, not a follower.
Right.
Always have a goal in mind. Have a goal, not that you're going to finish that class with a passing grade, but pass with an A.
Right.
Go for that A.
Because bullying plays a part.
Bullying. Don't be a bully because someone bullied you. And when somebody bullies you, you need to tell an adult. You need to tell the teacher, the principal, or go home and tell mama, grandma, daddy, auntie, somebody. Because that's where it will start and it needs to stop. And so it's just those little points that I try to bring out to let them know. And don't give he even told me that the kids would take his lunch from him because he had the best lunch in his lunchbox. That's a bully too.
Yeah.
So, those are some of the points that I just like to bring out when I go around and speak. I try to go to speak to the middle and high school. There's only been, I think, 1 or 2 elementary schools that I've spoken to for 5th grade, but majority of them are middle and high school.
Now, are there any schools that say, hey, we don't want it right now, or anyone that denies
Yeah, I have had a few schools that said they do not want it because, again, they don't want me to taint the kids, and they feel they may not have any gang issues in their schools or any problems in their schools. And what I'm telling them is that it might not be a blood gang set, but it could be a rivalry between my street and the street next to me, and the leadership may not know that. Exactly. And so it will start at the school bus stop. It will be on the bus. It will be then in the cafeteria or in the gym. So it's good, I think, for not only me but others who have a story to share, so that the kids will at least have a better understanding.
2 or more is a gang, and I know that as I'm a correction officer. 2 or more is a gang. Where I was taught 2 or more starts with a gang because they start with the bullying, and then they say you get. Once they start adding on, that's a gang, and it starts with bullying. But we want you to know that we're A Gam Minute, and we here all support you.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel that too.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, now did any of you talk to him prior to being called about him being shot? When was the last time anyone talked to him? Was there any text messages in his phone that y'all could put together?
His phone was completely cleared out.
Wow.
So
even from my phone calls, even from our calls when we made the calls them that night, our calls were deleted.
So apparently they need to reset.
So when Scissors gave that phone to the girlfriend at the time, that phone was completely clear out.
Wow.
So either between Scissors and the girlfriend at that time, one of the 2 cleared out the phone.
Somebody cleared it out.
And now my thing is, if they took that time to do all of that, clean down everything, wipe down everything, so whatever incident that took place before the phone call, it had to have been hours or so prior in order to take that time to do all that.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I got the call at 9 o'clock, so I'm not sure exactly when the last shooting happened, but I got a call at 9 o'clock.
So the girlfriend phone number wasn't even in there either?
Nobody's phone. It was completely clear. No text messages, no phone calls, no.
Did the girlfriend state when was the last time she saw him or talked to him?
I think that afternoon. I think she said that afternoon she had spoken with him.
So has she been helpful?
I don't know. I haven't talked to her.
During that time?
So I don't talk to her. So I don't know if she had any conversation with the police at all. I know she did at my home because when she had a car, when she went over to pick up the car, she did speak with the police then, but I'm not sure what the conversation was.
Oh, they didn't share the information.
Now, I know a lot of phone companies can pull records. Were y'all able to get the records from the phone company?
I'm not sure if police did or not. If so, they didn't share it with me. Because there's some things, of course, they can't share.
Really?
Everything with me, no. Of course, there's questions because I was CSI and I was in law enforcement for like 25 years, and so I get those questions.
Right.
And I'm asking, but I know there's some things they can't tell me because they don't want me to end up sharing it with somebody, and then it gets out and it might hurt the case.
That's right.
And so I understand that, so I'm trying to learn patience during all of this too, because I've never had patience, and so now I'm learning patience as well with all of this. So
that was the question I was about to ask too. Did police pull the records or?
and if they did, they can't share me.
And I understand that they can't.
Okay, now we have some viewers wanting to tell your grandson happy early birthday.
Oh,
It is
nice.
tomorrow, correct?
Yes, it's
so happy
tomorrow.
birthday to your grandson.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Oh, okay. It's just, I think the whole story is just, it's a little weird, and it's like, it's like you basically kind of like know the direction. You kind of know who might know something or who is involved. Now, do you think that maybe the ex-girlfriend knows something?
I'm
or
not sure.
any of the other friends?
Because I haven't spoken with her. I just feel that somebody
knows.
Somebody definitely, whether it's in Suffolk or Newport News, somebody definitely knows something, but nobody will, again, go to police and share that with police.
And what about even with calling your job? That wasn't able to be traced
No,
back?
because that wasn't a long call for, this person just said he was shot and killed, he was shot in the head twice, he's killed and dumped in the water and hung up.
So you think it was helping you or was it taunting you?
I don't know. I'm thinking that person was trying to help me, and I didn't know the voice. I didn't know this. I didn't know who it
And
was.
they just hung up.
Yeah, and they just hung up. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, see, I don't know. They could have been helping, but that's almost like they're
Like,
telling you, because they're telling you bits and pieces, but it's like they're not just coming out and saying, hey,
I
this
know
is
who
what
did it.
happened.
Right.
I don't want my name in the papers
Right.
or anything,
Right.
but this is what happened. A, B, C, D, E, blah,
Right.
blah, and then say, can you please get
Right.
me out of it, whatever. But at least give you that,
Right.
or give you more detail, like he was dropped at the corner of the Monitor Merrimack side and Suffolk
Right.
side of the bridge, or he
Right.
was dumped off the James River
Right.
side. Give you something because the James River is
Yes.
kind of big.
Yeah. I mean, it goes all the way to Jersey.
Right. So
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Look
it.
at how where that water goes.
right. So that's big. So
And
please
think
come
about
up
the
with
snow.
Upset though.
Right.
The rain, the wind, the currents. For the past 4.5 years.
So you feel me? I only imagine it doesn't make you upset that you feel people know something. They won't share.
Yeah. I see people that I think know at Walmart. And girl,
Yeah.
woo!
Just
Choke
something.
them up.
That's why I'm saying with this,
It helps you.
It's like they don't.
God put
Mm-hmm.
things on you
Mm-hmm.
that He know I couldn't handle.
Right.
You hear what I'm telling you?
Mm-hmm.
I never imagined this for me. No. I worked over 300 death investigations. Never thought that this would be one of mine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I have a few death investigations that's dear to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Right here in this city.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? Very dear to my heart. That's from this city. And I saw that family go through. And I'm thinking, oh my God, how in the world do they just get up in the morning, go to work? How do they put on their clothes? How in the world you do that? How do you do it? Now I'm living it.
Right.
And now I'm like, okay, gotta get up, gotta take my shower, gotta put on my clothes, gotta go to work. I still got to continue with my life, but keep his name alive.
That's right.
Right.
And so that people know that we are still going to honor him
Mm-hmm.
by sharing his story so that others will not be in Quantez's situation. I don't want anybody to be in the position that I'm in right now.
Right.
No, I don't want my worst enemy. And that's why I said, maybe God put this on me because he knew that I couldn't handle going to Newport News, find his body there. I probably would have lost my mind.
Right.
Maybe this was a way for God telling me I need to get myself together in some kind of way, like patience.
Right.
Because I need patience.
Right.
Because it's almost like the people that's giving you this little bit of information here, a little bit of information there, like they don't really want him to be found because they're not giving you all the information. They just give you a little snippet here,
That could
just
be
to let you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
It's
oh,
tough.
It's tough.
It is tough.
It's tough.
become really close. I have prayed for them, with them. We have talked about different things. It's like we unfortunately, because of what we're going through, we're connected in that way. And it's a connection that nobody else can feel. Because you can't feel the death of a child or a missing child unless you've been through it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just hoping that maybe after the pandemic is over, that all those mothers, all of us could get together and just do lunch or something like that. You know, just kind of keep it going and just try to uplift one another. Because like yesterday was just a really rough day for me.
Right.
And I don't even know where it came from. It was just a rough day for me. And I just went home and just laid there and cried. I mean, you know, maybe I could have called one of those moms. And maybe they could have uplifted
Sometimes
me.
it's good
And
to get it
then,
out.
yeah.
So have y'all thought, you and the other moms, have y'all thought about like maybe like having some kind of group?
I had thought about that. I had thought about that, yes. And I'm thinking that hopefully we can all get together and decide to do that after this pandemic is over.
Okay.
Is your daughter just as strong as you? Because she said
Yes,
like,
yes, she is. And it's so funny because my husband, that Saturday, when my daughter and a few others went to look for Quantez, I didn't want to go because I woke up that morning around 5:30 that morning screaming in the bed, just screaming.
right.
And I sat in the bed and I was just back and forth. And my husband kept saying, Joan, what's wrong? And Janae said, what's wrong, Mom? What's wrong? And I said, he's gone. It was a gut feeling. My baby's gone. I said, there's no reason y'all going over there. My baby's gone. And they went anyway. But after that, I would have my moments. And my husband, I don't know if it's being a man, I don't know, but he tried to calm me down. And Joan, just calm down, Joan. What can I get for you? And Janae would come in there and say, Mom. And it was just her touch. Oh my God. Her touch just, it was just so soothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's so sweet.
And yeah, and then finally, I think my husband Bill got the hang of it, and he knew then how to touch and what to say.
Right.
And then she was like, Mom, I think he got you now. And that made me feel good knowing that she could let go.
Right.
Because she knew now he got me. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And you know, and that's something else I said, because of this, God knew I needed that man in my life at
That's
the time.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just me and Janae.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So at the time
No.
when this happened,
I was married,
okay.
but it was just me and Janae living at home all by ourselves. My son was with a girlfriend,
Okay.
and so it was just me and Janae. And so when this happened, I said, that's why God put this man in my life
Got you.
Right.
Okay.
5 years prior. Because he knew this was going to happen.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
And he knew I needed his strength. He knew I needed, he don't deal with pity parties.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So when I said, no, let's go to something else, you know?
Yeah.
So that has helped me as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that definitely has helped me. Yes. Yes.
So what do you want people to take away from this podcast that you're speaking on? What do you hope to take away from it?
Well, I'm glad that you all asked me to come because I like sharing the story. Because the more I talk about it, the better I feel.
I can tell.
I feel relieved
Okay.
because I'm talking about it.
Right.
But I want people to know, young people. I mean, this past Sunday, he was 35 years old. We don't have a gravesite they take balloons to. So we have a beautification sign on White Marsh Road across from Cypress Manor. So we make the left going to Cypress Manor, but it's right on the right hand side. We put 35 there because he was 35 years old on Sunday.
Okay.
And so I want people to see that and to know that when I'm coming to speak, is that I don't want your kid on a billboard saying missing. This is how much he weighs. This is how old he is. I don't want that. I want you to be able to hear what I'm saying. So if you see those things happening, if all of a sudden he's wearing red all the time, that's an issue. If all of a sudden he's wearing blue stuff all the time, that's an issue. And you need to be more in contact with the schools. You need to have them in positive things. Parks and Rec got tons of stuff. I mean, you just need to have them in positive things. Quantez was in positive things, but he made a decision to go out and do his own thing. And when they become an adult, all you can do is just keep praying for them and preaching to them.
Right.
But I just want people to understand that I don't want them to be in a situation that I'm in right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got you here today, you're speaking out, but on a regular, typical day, what gets you through a hard moment? You're going through
Prayer. Yeah, prayer. And I listen to a lot of positive music, especially when I'm at work.
Okay.
I just play my music and just sit back and try to relax. And sometimes when I look at pictures of him, I get kind of sad, especially the younger pictures. Like, that was my baby. I mean, he's still my baby, but you know, and that's why I don't understand how whoever did whatever they did to him, I don't know how they can continue on with life knowing what they did. And I didn't do nothing to him, and I feel funny. You know what I'm saying? I just feel so sad. How can you go to bed at night knowing that you harmed somebody, like we've been told you hurt somebody? I just don't see how people can go to sleep. Like, I don't know how they can do it.
So yes.
Then do you have like text messages or a voicemail or something that you sometimes go to listen to his voice still?
I don't have any. I have a few old text messages where he said, "I love you, Mom."
Right.
And that's what he always said, "I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom." We do have some videos of him, yes, and we have this rap song that one of his friends made when he was younger. But we have that CD, yes. So it's good to hear his voice through that sometimes. But yeah.
So why did y'all put balloons at that particular spot on White Marsh Road?
Because that's the only place that we have that we can go to and see his name.
Oh.
His name is on the sign, and it says in honor of Quantez Russell.
Got you. Okay.
So it's not like I can go to Copper Cemetery or to Holly Lawn, you know.
Right.
We went there. We put the balloons there,
Okay.
to be able to honor his name.
So is that the corner of White Marsh Road and that street turning into Cypress Mountain?
It's right on White Marsh Road across from Cypress Manor. So when you
Okay.
turn left to Cypress Manor, it's on the right hand side.
Okay.
It's a green sign, city green sign.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so the city put the sign there.
The city put the sign up because you have to sign a beautification form, and you have to clean up that road 3 to 4 times a year.
Okay.
And you have to prove that by them giving you the orange bags and the stuff to pick it up with, and then you gotta prove to them with photos that you actually cleaned it up. And then you also tell them where you have placed all the orange bags for the trash
So
to
who
be
picked
picked
that
up.
area? You picked that
I
area?
asked for that area because
Yeah.
that was Quantez's hangout spot.
Gotcha.
The manor was Quantez's hangout spot. And
Okay.
so I wanted to put somewhere where I knew in his younger days where he hung out. And I knew that he hung out over there.
Gotcha.
Now, I know some people have come to different ones in their dreams. Has Quantez come to you in your dreams or visit your daughter, anyone? How was that experience?
Yeah.
Take your time, take your time.
That Saturday, before they went out to look for him, that Saturday when I started crying really loudly. Quantez came in my dream, and he was at the end of at the footboard of our bed, and he said, "Mom, good."
So was that like a confirmation for you?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And so that also helps me continue to do positive things in his name, because he said he's good. And that was what he always would say, "Mom, good. I'm good, Mom." And so I just feel that however or whatever they did to him, that he's good. And that we're going to continue to do positive things in his name, because he's good.
Amen.
Yes, ma'am.
Amen. Woo, very touching. Do you take your grandson with you to do the cleanups and things when you go out in the area?
Do I do what now?
Take your grandson with you.
He has been, I think he came to one of them, I think. But we also have kids. That's a good question, because we do have younger kids, because you know now, for high school in the city of Suffolk, you have to have 50 hours of community service. And so what we've done is put the information out there, so in case there are kids who want to come and participate in that cleanup, we'll prepare a letter for them, so that the school know that they did do so many hours of community service by cleaning up, helping us clean up for that particular Saturday. And we also had snacks and juices and water and stuff there for them, so when they finish, and then some people would take them home, and some people, one time we had probably 20 people out there one time. It was really a nice gesture for people to come out there, and we really appreciated that.
Awesome.
What do y'all normally do?
We haven't done it since the pandemic, but we have to do it 3 to 4 times a year.
Yeah, but they
And so we don't have a date right now.
Okay.
No.
That's
But
enough, because
definitely-
I would think, I would like to participate, wait a
Okay.
minute.
Right.
Okay.
I want to participate. with
Okay.
that. So,
Okay.
let us know. So
I will.
Help y'all.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, that was kind of like touching on it.
And then do you feel that if you get the remains of them,
Mhm.
that it will bring you a little more closure?
I think so. And that way I know that we can, whether the case is closed or not, but if I get him back, at least we can put him at peace. His body can be at rest and at peace. If we do that, that would be good. But it would be even better if somebody was held accountable
That's right.
for what
Correct.
has been done.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
So what's the information, let people know the information that they need to, like if they know something or they decide to go ahead and give the actual,
Mhm.
details or the name or whatever they might know.
Mhm.
Should they contact you or should they, who should they call?
They can contact Detective Chris Shear, SCHERER. He's at Suffolk Police Department. He's the detective that's now in charge of that particular of Quantez case. The number for the police department dispatch is 757-923-2350. 923-2350, so they can always call that and ask to speak to Detective Shear, or at least leave a message. And hopefully somebody, or they can always call the crime line.
Right,
188 lock you up,
right.
and they can call and leave a message there as well.
And just give his name and the information.
Yes.
Is there a reason why they will call Suffolk if the incident supposed to took place in Newport News?
Well, we don't know.
Okay, okay.
That's a rumor that it happened over there. But since I made the call and he lives in Suffolk and I live in Suffolk and I made the police report, it's a Suffolk case until we can prove it actually happened in Newport News.
So is it considered a cold case or have to be?
It is considered a cold case, but they are still working on it.
They are,
Yes.
okay. Then so what do you do? Just contact you periodically?
I contact them
I
quite
know.
often.
So you, and let you know.
Yes.
We're still working on it.
Yes, yes, I contact them quite often.
And no one has called with nothing.
No.
Nothing. Well, Ms. Jones, we really appreciate sharing your story, and we hope that, you know, the information that you gave us and everyone that's out there listening and watching, it helps them. And we hope that it helps someone who knows a little something that, you know, that they will find it in their heart to call the detective, even if it's just to call you, and then, you know, confide in you and tell you what's what, and then you walk them or escort them to give the information. And you be right there with them to let them know. We really hope that it touched their heart.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, so again, we'd like to wrap it up. Again, yes, thank you, Ms. Jones.
Thank you.
Before we wrap it up, I will let you know I was a little nervous to do this interview because I didn't know how you would take it, and I asked was anything I couldn't ask, and I was told I could ask all questions. But you made it easy.
Oh,
You did. You were so sweet. My first time I seen you, and asking your daughter to get in front. She said it's sweet. But I want to thank you for sharing. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll keep you in prayer.
Thank you.
Keep Wait A Gam Minute posted with your different activities and the cleaning. Yeah, please keep it focused. We want to be involved. To the ones that's tuned in, share, the live, follow on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Thank you all for joining in. And again, this is a picture of Quantez. You know anything, share, call them, 1-800 Knock You Up. And again, thank you, Ms. Jones.
Thank you.
Good night.